Most men assume attraction comes down to touch, money, or looks. But here's the real secret women never say out loud. The real switch you can flip is in her mind. It's not about what your hands do. It's about what you slip into a conversation when she's least expecting it. A single sentence, delivered at the right time in the right tone, can make her heart pound, her cheeks warm, her thoughts spiral uncontrollably, and she won't even know why. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what you can say in the middle of a casual conversation that will instantly turn her on. Because once you master this, you'll never be just another guy. You'll be the man she can't stop replaying in her head. The first one, you're making it very hard for me to behave right now. Here's what most men don't realize. Attraction doesn't begin in the bedroom. It's created in the spaces between words, in those playful moments when tension sneaks in, when desire is hinted at but not shown. And this line, "You're making it very hard for me to behave right now," is one of the most powerful you can drop mid-conversation to flip her switch without even laying a finger on her. Why does it work? Because it does three things at once. It surprises her, it suggests something forbidden, and it plants an erotic seed in her imagination while keeping you fully in control. Picture it. She's telling you a casual story about her day, her friends, maybe something ordinary. You're listening, smiling, keeping strong eye contact. Then, instead of interrupting with a joke or trying to top her story, you lower your voice slightly and drop the line, "You're making it very hard for me to behave right now." Instantly, her brain jolts. The rhythm of the conversation shatters. Suddenly, she's not just telling a story anymore. She is the story. And in her head, questions explode. What does he mean? What's he imagining about me? What happens if he stops behaving? You didn't touch her. You didn't say anything explicit. But her imagination fills the gaps. And her imagination will always create something more powerful than anything you could spell out directly. This is where psychology comes in. Women respond far more to suggestion than to blunt statements. Tell her, "You're sexy," and it falls flat. She's heard it countless times. But say, "You're making it hard for me to behave," and you're not just complimenting her. You're showing her she has influence over yourself, control. And women get addicted to the idea that they can disrupt your composure. But here's the key. It only works if you deliver it with composure, steady eye contact, a slight smirk, a calm tone. Don't laugh nervously. Don't rush it. Don't explain. The silence after is as important as the words themselves. Let her sit in the tension. Let her wonder. That's what makes it stick. Think about the subtext. You're not saying, "I want you right now," which can sound needy. You're saying, "You're pulling something out of me I don't usually let out." That's erotic. That's power. Because women crave men with discipline, men who stay composed. And when you show that she's the one person who can shake that discipline, it makes her feel uniquely powerful and hooked on your attention. This line also flips the script. Most men chase, flatter, try too hard to impress. But this phrase isn't begging for her approval. It's a statement of fact. You're calmly revealing the effect she has on you, but in your frame, on your terms. And that's magnetic. The beauty is, you can drop this line almost anywhere, over dinner, in a casual hangout, even mid-laugh. It works because it breaks the ordinary with tension. It turns simple talk into foreplay. And once she hears it, she won't forget it. Because her imagination will keep replaying it long after. So next time she's mid-sentence, lean in slightly, give that half smile, and drop it. "You're making it very hard for me to behave right now." Watch her freeze. Watch her cheeks flush. Watch her stumble to keep her story going. That's the power of suggestion. That's how you turn her on in conversation without losing composure. Because the truth is, women don't first get addicted to your touch. They get addicted to how you make them feel without touching them at all. The second line, "I probably shouldn't say what I'm thinking right now." Some phrases tell a woman exactly what you want. Others make her wonder what you want. And wonder always trumps clarity. That's why this line, "I probably shouldn't say what I'm thinking right now," hits harder than any compliment or blunt remark. Why? Because women are addicted to mystery. Men are wired for directness. They see and want. Women feel and imagine. So when you drop this line, you don't close the loop. You open one in her mind that she has to fill with her own fantasies. Imagine it. She's laughing, telling a story, maybe leaning in close. You let a slow smirk spread across your face, hold her gaze for a beat, and almost under your breath, you murmur, "I probably shouldn't say what I'm thinking right now." Her brain freezes. Her words stumble. Instantly she's hooked. What is he thinking? She knows it's charged. She knows it's something you're holding back. And your restraint makes it 10 times more magnetic. Because restraint is what separates the man she craves from the men she forgets. Psychologically, this line works because it mixes forbidden desire with control. You're signaling that you're having thoughts, intense, likely sexual. But you're not spilling them. You're holding them, savoring them, keeping them behind composure. That tension is addictive. And the brilliance, you never need to explain yourself. If she presses, "What are you thinking?" you smirk, "Exactly what I shouldn't be." If she pushes more, you stay playful, never giving the full answer. The goal isn't to tell her, it's to let her imagination do the work. Compare the man who blurts out, "You're so hot," versus the one who calmly says, "I probably shouldn't say what I'm thinking right now." The first man is predictable. He's like every other guy. The second, he's dangerous. He makes her chase the thoughts in his head. Women obsess over men they can't quite figure out. The Stoics taught mastery through restraint, not indulgence. And restraint in attraction doesn't just earn respect, it breeds desire. Here's how to use it. Wait for a light, playful moment. Don't overplan. Let it sound like it slipped out by accident. Give a slow smirk, lower your voice slightly, and drop it, "I probably shouldn't say what I'm thinking right now." Then pause. Don't explain. Don't laugh nervously. Don't rush to fill the silence. Let her lean in, fidget, push you for more. That silence, that tension, is where addiction is born. Because women don't get hooked by you spilling every detail. They get hooked by sensing what you're holding back. This line gives her just enough to know she has an effect on you, but not enough to satisfy her curiosity. And that gap is what she'll replay endlessly in her head. By the end of the night, she'll still be asking herself, what was he thinking? What was he holding back? And every time she replays it, you sink deeper into her mind, without even touching her. Because real seduction isn't about saying everything. It's about saying just enough to make her imagine the rest. The third line, "You have no idea what you do to me." Some phrases don't just flatter, they rattle her. They bypass her logic and hit her body like a current. And this one, "You have no idea what you do to me," does exactly that. It blends vulnerability with control, desire with restraint. Dropped in the middle of casual conversation, it flips her nervous system into overdrive. Why does it work so well? Because most men either overstate attraction or bury it. They either blurt something flat like "you're so hot," predictable, or they hide it completely, hoping she figures it out. But this phrase, it's not a compliment, it's a confession. You're admitting she affects you more than she realizes. That shakes her. That makes her feel dangerously powerful. Picture it. She's teasing you, telling a funny story, maybe laughing. You let her finish, hold her gaze, lower your tone just slightly, and say, "You have no idea what you do to me." The atmosphere shifts instantly. Her curiosity spikes. She leans in. Her imagination takes off. What does he mean? What exactly am I doing to him? The fact that you don't spell it out forces her to build the picture herself. And her mind will always create something far more erotic than you could have described. Psychologically, this works because it shows impact without desperation. You're not saying, "Please like me," or "I can't live without you." You're saying, "Your presence shakes me, and I'm confident enough to admit it." That balance is rare. Most men either overshare too soon or reveal nothing at all. This line sits perfectly in between. Tone is crucial. Too fast or too loud, and it loses its edge. It needs to feel like it slipped out, soft, almost unintentional. A small pause before, a half smile after, that makes it feel raw, unfiltered. And women are addicted to those glimpses of unguarded truth. There's also dominance hidden in it. By saying, "You have no idea what you do to me," you're not placing her above you. You're framing her effect as something profound, almost dangerous. It suggests intensity you're containing, and women crave the moment that intensity finally breaks free. The truth is, women are more aroused by anticipation than by action. Neuroscience proves dopamine spikes during suspense, not release. And this line creates suspense. It says, "I'm holding something in, and if you knew, you couldn't handle it." That's the hook. Watch her reaction. She may laugh nervously, play with her hair, or ask, "Like what?" Don't give a direct answer. Just smirk, hold her gaze, and let silence hang. The less you reveal, the more her imagination works overtime, and by the end of the night, she'll replay your words, "You have no idea what you do to me." This is the kind of phrase that lodges in her subconscious. It makes her question, what effect do I really have on him? What's running through his mind when he looks at me? That curiosity is addictive. It turns conversation into foreplay. Because in the end, you don't need to touch her to turn her on. You need to let her feel the weight of your restraint, the intensity you're holding behind calm words. And this phrase delivers that perfectly. Because when she hears it, she realizes something rare. Her presence alone is enough to unravel a man who doesn't unravel for anyone. If you're ready to master the hidden psychology of attraction, the very things women secretly hope you never figure out, then hit that subscribe button right now, and drop the word "heat" in the comments if you've ever seen a woman blush, stumble, or lose her words because of something subtle you said. Because from this point on, you won't just talk to women. You'll turn every conversation into seduction.